Okay, so let's do these problems. Okay, I'm gonna do all of them. I'm gonna be using the how do you call it? I'm gonna be solving each one of them. I'm gonna show all of the work. Okay, and I'm gonna give you guys maybe a lesson, like little lessons in between things that you guys don't understand. So the first one, we need to find the 56th term of the following arithmetic sequence. Be aware that sometimes the problem, it's not going to tell you whether it's an arithmetic or geometric, so you're going to have to figure it out. This is when it's telling you it's arithmetic, alright, so we know that it's going to be adding a specific term. In this case, it's adding 7 every single time. So 7, it's my common difference. So D equals 7. Alright, a sub 1, which is my first term, is equal to 5. And the equation that I'm going to be using here, because I'm just finding a specific term, is going to be this equation. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus the common difference times n minus 1. Remember, n is the number of the term we're looking for. We're looking for the 56th term. So n is 56. So a sub 56 is equal to the first term, which is 5, plus the common difference, which is 7. Again, n is the number of the term we're looking for. N is 56, so 56 minus 1. Alright, the next thing to do here is going to be to... The next thing we're going to do here is going to be to simplify all of this. So, I'm going to put my calculator here so you guys can see it.
Oh, wait, Tafoya.
What's up?
Why are you using a phone calculator? Don't be a hypocrite. Go grab one.
Either let everyone use it, or don't use it at all. You choose, Tafoya.
Don't be like that, Tafoya. If you press that button, we're gonna use...
Alright, let me continue. So, please do not make the mistake of adding 5 and 7 first. You need to first simplify whatever you have inside of the parentheses. That'll be 55. Then to simplify this, you need to multiply 7 times 55 first. So 7 times 55, that's going to be 385. Okay, so it'll be 5 plus 385. Okay, then you can add the 5, so that will give you 390. So a sub 56, my 56th term is 390. Any questions on number 1? Good. Alright, perfect. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, it's actually easier because it gives you like everything already. Okay, so it's pretty nice. It's asking you to find the 15th term, so you need to find a sub 15. It's giving you the common difference, which is 8, and it's giving you the first term, which is 2. I'm going to be using the same equation, okay, this same equation, alright, to find the 15th term. So the 15th term is going to be my a sub 1, which is 2, plus the common difference, which is given to be 8. Remember, n is the number of the term I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 15th term, so it's going to be 15. And of course, the minus 1. Remember to simplify whatever it's inside of the parentheses first. So that'll be times 14. So you've got 8 times 14. And that gives you 112. So you get 2 plus 112, and that becomes 114. So a sub 15 should have given you 114. Any questions on number 2? Nope, we're good. Alright, let's go to number 3. So number 3, it's asking me for a given arithmetic sequence. It's arithmetic, nice. The 90th term is equal to 115. Okay, let me actually highlight this. Is 115. it's also telling me that the 11th term is equal to 41. So pretty much you want to figure out how many terms you have in between the 90th and the 11th term. So to find that out, to figure out the number that you have in between the 90th and the 11th, you can just subtract 90 minus 11. So technically you have 79 terms in between the 90th and the 11th. Okay? So technically what's going to happen here, it's that you have the 11th term, which is 41. The 11th term, which is 41. Okay. 41. And what you're doing here to this 41, you are adding the common difference these many times. You're adding the common difference 79 times. So you get 79D. You may be wondering why. Well, here's the thing. If you have 79 terms in between the 11th and the 90th term, well, to get from the 11th to the 90th, first to get from the 11th to the 12th, you need to add D to the 11th to get to the 12th. You need to add D again to the 12th to get to the 13th. You need to add D again to the 13th to get to the 14th. So you need to keep doing that 79 times to get to the 90th, which is 515. Yes, Joshua?
Do you always add the smallest term, the difference?
Yeah, so technically I'm going from the smallest to the biggest. It's kind of tricky because first it gave you the 90th term, right?
Yeah.
And then it gave you the 11th. Well, even though it gave it to you like that, you kind of have to be, well, I'm going from the 11th to the 90th. I'm not going backwards from the 90th to the 11th. So that's why I took the 41 first instead of the 515. 515, it's like, it's the 90th, so it's the term after. So yep, to 41, I added the common difference 79 times to get to the 90th term. So right here I just have to solve for D. Okay, so subtract 41, and that'll give me 79D equals 515 minus 41. That gives me 474. And then I have to divide by 79 both sides to leave D by itself. So D will be equals to, it'll be all of this divided by 79, which gives me 6. Thank you. So D is equal to 6. That's D. So the common difference, it's D. Now this question, it's asking me to find the 30th term.
Oh, and that's why you find the difference? To find the 30th term?
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying to find the 30th term. I'm trying to use this equation, the main equation. Okay, this is the equation that you use to find any term. So I'm trying to get every single piece of information that I need to put into this equation to find the 30th term. So I needed to find D, and I did. N is the number of the term I'm looking for, so I know N will be 30 because that's the number that's the term it's asking me to find. So I know N will be 30, but then we stumble upon a problem here. We don't have the first term. This first term, we need to find it. So to find the first term, here's what I'm going to do. It may be a little tricky, but pay attention. To find the first term, you don't need a lot of things. If you have enough information from a single term, you can use that term to help you find the first one. the nice thing in this problem is that it gave me information about two different terms. It gave me information about the 90th term, and it gave me information about the 11th term. I'm going to use the information that I know about the 11th term to help me find the first term. Check this out. Check this out. The 11th term, a sub 11, if I plug in everything that I know about a sub 11 into the equation here, that will help me find the first term. First of all, a sub 11. Do I know what's the first term? Of course not. Plus, do I know what's the common difference?
Yeah, 6.
It's 6. Now, do I know what's n for the 11th term?
Yeah, 11.
It's 11. And then minus 1. Now, we have two variables here. But, well, what's a sub 11?
41.
A sub 11 is 41. It tells me here the a sub 11 term is equal to 41. So I can replace this a sub 11 by 41 equals a sub 1 plus, I'm going to rewrite this as 6 times 10. So it'll be 41 equals a sub 1 plus 60. I'm going to subtract 60 to both sides to leave a sub 1 by itself. So a sub 1 will be left by itself, and it will be equals to, well, 41 minus 60, that's minus 19. So a sub 1 is negative 19. Now you could have found this value using the 11th term or using the 90th term. You could have used whichever one that you wanted.
Is it recommended to use the smallest one?
I would say use the smallest one because it has the smallest numbers.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, if I was using this one, I would be subtracting 515 and then, yeah. So it makes the math a little easier, but it would have given you the exact same answer. So I have everything I need now to find the 30th term. A sub 30 equals perfect negative 19 plus 6 30 minus 1. Oh, sorry, I kind of went to like this one. Okay, so this will simplify to become minus 19 plus 6 times 29. Let me put that in my calculator.
29 times 6 is 174.
174. So I get minus 19 plus 174.
Yeah.
And then
You get 155.
155. So a sub 30 is 155. So pretty cool. Now let me, just in case like you guys want to take a look at this again, again, this was like my step 1, this was like my step 2, and this was my step 3. So yeah, you just gotta look for those things. Alright, ready guys for question number 4?
Yeah.
Alright, question 4. You guys are looking at some like symbology here that you guys are like, I don't know what that is. I'll explain that, okay? So here we go. Okay, in this problem, actually part A is harder than part B. Check this out. Oh, by the way, in these problems I want to find the sum. Okay, it's telling me compute the sum of all, yes. So technically this problem here is asking me to add 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus all of those numbers in between up to plus 244.
You can get this of 1 and like get the difference and then just like keep going until you get the number of 244.
That is true, but do you know how many terms there's in between?
Well, that's all you have to like kind of keep guessing.
Keep guessing. You can do that, definitely. It will take you a very long time. Maybe. It may take you a long time. So let's use the formula that I gave you. Guys, remember the formula for the sum? S sub n, S for sum, is equals to n divided by 2 times the first term. Then is it plus or minus? Plus? Plus an. An stands for the last term. Okay, remember I gave you all of those notes? An stands for the last term. So I need to find the first, the last, and up to what number I'm adding to. So, well, I have the first, which is there. The first value is 4. The last value is 244. But wait a minute. 244, what value is that? I mean, is it the fifth? Is it the seventh? We have to find out. Well, that's easy. Okay, let's use again our original equation. Well, check this out. A sub n, because we don't know what n is, okay, is equals to the first term, which is 4. What's the common difference here? 3. So plus 3 times n, because we don't know what n is, minus 1. Well, again, what is n again? What did I say n was? An is the last term, is 244. So I'm going to rewrite this as 244 equals 4 plus 3 times n minus 1. Does it make sense, everything that I did so far?
Is that equation in the packet, or did we just
It's in the packet. It's in the packet. I've been using the same equation.
A sub n is when you start with a sub n, that's the one you use to find the term of an unknown term or something like that.
Yeah.
An unknown term.
That's why I wrote a sub n, because I don't know n. I know a sub n is the last term, and the last term is 244. That's why I replaced a sub n by 244. Okay, and I just plugged in the thing that the equation will have, which is the first term and the common difference. Yes, Daniela. Yes, you may. All right, so from here, solving for n, it'll be 244 equals 4 plus 3 times n, that'll be 3n. 3 times minus 1, that'll be minus 3. All right, I want to leave n by itself. So here I'm going to get 4 and minus 3, that'll be 1. 1 plus 3n. Let me subtract 1 to both sides. That'll give me 243 to be equals to 3n. And to leave n by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So n equals, let me divide that. So I have 243 divided by 3, and I get 81. So n is 81.
So 244 is the 81st term.
Exactly. 244 is the 81st term.
Also, now you're just gonna solve for 1 and the difference between 1 and 8.
Well, look, I remember this equation that I wrote up here. It's the equation that we use to find the sum. Okay, so I'm gonna plug in all of the values that I have into this equation here. I know n is now 81, so, and I'm adding up to the, I'm adding up to the 81st term, so s sub 81 will be equals to 81 divided by 2 times the first term, which is 4, plus 244, which is the last term. And there you go. Any questions on this so far? Yes. Oh.
Do you have downward throws? The people with the registration. Do you have an appointment today? Base, you want her at registration?
Go for registration.
Base, Noemi Perez to registration.
Yes, registration. And you need to
That's fine. Alright guys, almost done. So it'll be, this will be, let's see, it's going to be 81 divided by 2. Okay, this whole thing I want to multiply it by 4 plus 244, and I get 10,044. So this gives me 10,000.
Wait, you don't. Oh, yeah, except I have to do that. Oh, it does it by itself.
Yeah. So yeah, some calculators can like group everything. So yes.
Our answer.
Huh?
Is that our answer?
That would be your answer. That's the sum.
The sum?
That's the sum.
81.
Yeah. So S sub 81 reads as the sum of the first 81, the sum of all of the terms up to the 81st term. So Joshua, if you wanted to keep adding one by one, it would have taken you a while. Alright, so that's part A. Okay, that was part A. Now part B is actually easier, even if you see that symbol. Part B is actually easier. Let me show you guys. So the I that you see here will tell you what's the first value. Okay, so it tells you that I is equal to 1. Well, this value here, this 1, you want to plug it into I. Okay, if you plug it into I, you'll get the following. You'll get 4 times 1 minus 12. And that gives you, well, 4 times 1, that's 4, minus 12, that's minus 8. This minus 8 that you get, so you know how I got this minus 8? Everyone? Good? How I got minus 8? Just plugged in that value that it's given here for I. Okay, because that's going to tell me what's my first value. So minus 8 is my first value. Okay, what's the term that's, well, what's after 1? 2. So if I plug in for I, if I plug in the value that goes after this one here, which is 2, that'll give me the second value, which is negative 4. Thank you.
And that's how we can find the difference, right?
Well, this is how we want to find the sum. But
The difference first?
But yes, we can also find the difference this way. I'll show you how to find the difference. Okay, and we can keep going like this. I mean, the value that's after 2, that'll be 3. So 4 times 3, that's 12. Minus 12, that's 0. So plus 0. We can find the other term if we want to. We don't really need to find more than 2. I think with 2 should be enough. But just so you guys get the idea, this will now be 4. So plus 4. And you guys can guess what's going to be the next term. I mean, how are we going? What am I doing to each number to find the next one and the next one?
Going out by 4.
I'm adding 4 to each one. So what's my common difference?
4.
4. Although for this term, for this problem, because it's asking me to find the sum, and you see the equation doesn't require me to know the common difference, so it's fine if you find the common difference. You don't really need it. You need 3 things. You need the first term. We need the last term. How do you guys think we find the last term?
76.
It's 76. Plug 76 for I. So you'll get 4 times 76 minus 12. This will give you the last term. So yeah, whatever's up here, that's pretty much telling you, hey, you're adding up to the 76th term. So 4 times 76, and then that minus 12. Sorry guys. So you get 292. So 292 is the last term.
And then we can just plug them into that equation.
And then you can just plug everything into the equation. So you're finding the sum up to the 76th term.
Okay.
N is the 76, because we're adding up to the 76. So 76 divided by 2 times the first term, which is minus 8, plus the last term, which is 292. If I put that in the calculator,
Wait, so we don't need the common difference one?
we don't. The
The equation doesn't require
the equation doesn't require it, so you're good. You don't need it. That divided by 2, and then that times minus 8 plus 292. So my answer is 10,792. So my sum up to the 76th term is 10,000. I'm not. You missed it, even fail. I was about to, I don't know. I panicked. Hi, Daniela. So let me highlight my answers. I'm thinking of maybe giving you guys a little more time on Monday and maybe sometime on Tuesday to do some more practice on this.
Give us until like next.
But yes,
I mean, this is becoming a lot easier.
so far
Games.
this is what we're doing so far. We're not even halfway there, but I'm trying to explain everything as we go on.
Oh, yeah, will the test be open notes?
Huh?
Will the test be open notes?
No, the test is not going to be open notes.
No.
Wait, what test?
The test?
Finals test? Or?
No, the test for this unit.
Dude, Dad, we're taking a unit just like
Yeah. It's been this is the 4th week of school. All right. Guys, so far we've done 4 problems.
That's already.
Oh, wait, you said it's not open note, but I remember you said you can use the packet, right?
You can use the equation sheet. Yes. All right. So we've done 4 problems, guys. Out of those 4 problems, 2 of them have been pretty easy, and 2 of them maybe not so easy. Okay, but we're going on the right track. All right, let's go on to number 5. We want to find. Okay, let me do this one very quick. Okay, the number 5. We want to find the 12th term of the geometric. It's geometric sequence. So R, oh, nice, thank you. Yeah, it's like one number that you multiply to 2 to get to 6. You multiply 3. What do you multiply to 6 to get to 18? 3. To 54. 3. So my common ratio, R, is 3. My first term is 2. My equation, the equation that we use for this, the equation is the following. A sub n to be equals to a sub 1 times the common ratio raised to the n power. N is the number of the term that we're looking for. Okay. In this case, we're looking for. Oh, wait. N minus 1. I'm sorry, guys.
It's always so weird.
It is weird, but that minus 1 is there because we are multiplying the first term. So let's see. This will then become a sub 12 to be equals to 2 times 3 raised to the 12 minus 1. Look at the equation, look at the values given, and look at the final thing that we have. A sub 1 is 2, so there's a 2. R is 3, so there's 3. The number of the term, which is n, is 12 because it's the 12th term that I'm looking for. And n, well, yeah, 12 minus 1. So this will be equals to 2 times 3 raised to the 11. Now, guys, again, please do not multiply 2 times 3, and then raised to the 11th.
Do that again. It's exponent first.
So do 3 to the 11th first, okay? Which in this case I'll get 2 times 177 147. So this will be equals to 354,294. So this is my 12th. That's my 12th term. And that's it. I finished. So this one doesn't require a lot of steps. That's number 12. That's number 5. Number 6, it's again easy. It's geometric. Okay, the common ratio, it's giving it to me. The first term is 3. So a sub 8 will be equals to, my first term is 3, so 3 times. Now when you have a fraction, you want to put your common ratio inside of a parenthesis, so 3 halves. And then that is going to be raised to the, in this case, 8 minus 1. Wait, 8 minus, sorry, that's supposed to be 8 minus 1. So this gives you 3 times 3 halves raised to the 7th. Again, first do the thing that's in the parentheses, so do the 3 halves to the 7th power first.
See, I did that, but I got that in decimal form.
And then whatever you get, you can multiply by the 3. So whatever you get, whatever it gives you, that's the answer. So a sub 8 is going to be 51.2578. 125.
In fraction form, that's like 6,561 over 128.
What was that?
Yeah, I was like in fraction form, it's like 6,561 over 128.
Yeah, you can do fraction form. Do you guys want me to give you guys the solution as a fraction as well?
Well, okay, because in the back, that's not the answer in the back.
Oh.
That's the fraction version.
In the back, what does it give in the back?
It's in fraction.
Oh, it gives you the fraction. Oh, that's easy. Don't worry, guys. Look.
Just do.
Technically, whenever you get a fraction and there's a power on the fraction, here's what you can do. Let me show you guys. You know how it's 3, and then in the parentheses is like 3 halves to the raised to the 7. You can do 3 raised to the 7 over 2 raised to the 7.
Doesn't that just cancel out?
Well, not quite, because 2 raised to the 7, that's 128. Isn't that what you have in the denominator in the answer? If you look back on the answer, 128, that's what you have in the denominator. It's 128.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then 3 raised to the 7, you can do 3 raised to the 7th. That's 2,187. But wait a minute. This 3, you also need to multiply. This 3 that it's outside multiplies to the top. So to this 3 raised to the 7, you want to multiply that by 3 again. So that'll give you
That's so much easier though.
6,561. Is that the final answer they have in the back?
Yes.
6,561
Over 128.
over 128. So that's how they get it. They just distribute the power. They just distribute the power to the number on top and to the number on the bottom.
But can you do it in either or?
Both of these are the exact same thing. Look, if I take
Yeah, I know.
this divided by 128,
Yes, same thing.
I get the exact same thing.
So both will count.
Both are the exact same answer, yes.
I mean, it's like 30 minutes.
That's cool, isn't it?
And do we have to round it up or anything?
If it asks you to, then yes, you have to.
But if not, then you just put the whole thing.
If don't, yes, just put the whole thing. Alright, so that was number 6.
That's where the easy parts end.
That's where the easy parts end again.
And then the last ones are different. Oh, except for 8.
Okay, 7. Guys, 7, I have to bring up a new thing. But it looks new because it's geometric, but you're gonna see that it's not that new because we have done something similar.
Will this be on the test?
Yes. So let me digress a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. Remember the time? Do you guys remember the time that I was like, oh, like I'll give you a number, -4, and then I'll give you some numbers in between, and then I'll give you 14. And I was like, find the terms in between for this arithmetic sequence. And you guys were like, oh yes, we can do that. And it was like, well, what do you do to -4 to find the next one? Well, you add the common difference. And then what do you do again? We'll add the common difference again. And what do you do again finally? We'll add the common difference again. And you guys were like, well, then -4 plus D plus D plus D gave us equals to 14. Remember doing that? Yes, yes, yes? Yes. Well, for geometric, look what happens. Let's say that I give you the same numbers, okay? -4 blank, comma 14. Okay, but let's say that this time it's a geometric sequence. Guys, what do I do to -4 to find the next term? Multiply by what?
D.
Not D.
R.
The common ratio. Now from that, what do I do to find the next one?
Multiply by R.
Multiply by R. And then what do I do to find the 14?
Multiply by R.
But so how no. Okay, well, number 7. First of all, like for this one, okay, for this one that I gave you, the quest. Let's say that this was the 14th term. Okay, let's say that this is the 14th term. So this blank would be the 15th, this would be the 16th, and 14th. This would be the 17th term, right? Okay, because 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Now the question is, how many R's do we have in between 14 and 17? 3 R's, right? That's those 3 R's that we get. Now for question 7, it's giving us the 7th term and the 10th term. How many R's do we have in between the 7th term and the 10th terms? 3 R's, which is subtract, right? 10 minus 7 gives us 3 R's. So to the 7th term, okay, which is 41/4, to get to the 10th term, we need to multiply 3 R's to it. What's R times R times R? R cubed. And that will give us what term? No, the 7th is this one. If we multiply R 3 times, that will give us the 10th term, which is minus 82. How was that?
This is R.
It's very similar to the one with addition, but it's now multiplication. Now to leave R by itself, now this looks hard to solve for R. Okay.
You made it too hard for that.
Here's the thing, guys. Let me tell you guys. With sequences, listen. With geometric sequences, how do I say this? How do I explain this? We have what are called as alternating geometric sequences. This is the case where we get an alternating geometric sequence.
It's like positive and negative.
It changes from positive to negative, positive and negative. Because if your common ratio is negative, if you have a negative common ratio, that's going to be changing the sign of every term.
Because negative times negative would be positive, positive times negative would be negative.
Exactly. So,
We did that before, yeah.
you guys see that the 7th term is a positive term and the 10th term is a negative.
But the last one will be negative.
This tells me that my sequence is going to be alternating. Okay? And typically 7 is it's an odd term. All odd terms are going to be positive because the 7th term is positive and the 10th term is negative. Well, this tells me that all of my even terms will be negative. So a sub 12, it's actually going to be a negative value. We just need to find what r is. Okay? So to solve for r, pretty simple. I'm going to multiply by 4 on both sides. Why 4? Well, to get rid of the 4 on the bottom. And then I'm going to divide by 41.
To get rid of 41.
Why divide by 41?
To get rid of 41.
To get rid of the 41 on the top. Okay, this way I'll be left with r cubed to be equals to, let me multiply 41
Times negative 8. Or times 4.
times 4
And then you divide that by.
and then that divided by 41. That divided by 41, it gives me Monday.
Gives you negative.
Okay, let me stop before I continue. Everyone get caught up. Okay. After multiplying 42 times 4 and then divided by 41, it simplifies to oh no, 82. Sorry. Do you look. Oh yeah, no, there's no 42. After multiplying minus 82 times 4 and then dividing by 41, I get negative 8. So r cubed is minus 8. Guys, that's r cubed. You're looking for r.
So
You have
so
to
you just square root.
close.
Oh, no, I mean square root, but like with the 3, I figure.
That's called a cube root.
So you would have a little 3, square root of negative.
So how okay, here's the thing. If you guys get to this problem and you need to find the cube root of something, let me know. I'll help you. Guys, listen. With cube roots, you're technically finding the number that you multiply by itself 3 times to get minus 8. What do you multiply by itself 3 times and gives you minus 8?
Negative. No, wait. Yeah, negative 2.
Negative 2, yeah. Minus 2 times minus 2
4.
is positive 4.
And then negative.
And that times minus 2. So r equals minus 2. If you guys get to this, where you have to cube root something, let me know and I'll help you. Okay, you know I'm nice. So r is...
Later on, it's gonna get like really hard, huh? With like bigger numbers to cube root.
Yes. Then if I don't teach you guys good, then you guys are going to be like, Tafoya never taught us this when you guys get to a higher class. Like my AP Calculus students. They're complaining right now.
I wonder why.
Well, did you teach him?
They're learning the thing they're learning. Most of it it's from Algebra 3-4, and half of them I didn't have them for Algebra 3-4.
Oh wow.
Yes,
So you didn't.
so I didn't. It wasn't me, but they because it's calculus, and they took pre-calculus with me. Scott, how did I get -2? So how do I say it? So here's the thing. When you have something cubed and you want to go back, because technically to get rid of this cubed, you need to take the cube root. The cube root. The cube root of our cubed is going to be 3, because the cube root cancels with the cubed. But what you do on one side, you also want to do it on the other. So you take the cube root of -8 as well. The minus cube root of something, the answer to the minus cube root of something, it's the number that when multiplied by itself 3 times, it'll give you that something. So if you check -2, do -2 times -2 times -2, it'll give you -8. So that's like if I give you the cube root of 27, that will be 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 is equals to 27. If I give you the
to find that, it's kind of like factor, because you get the factor of 9 times 3 and the factor of 9 is 2, and it's 3 times 3 times 3.
uh-huh. All right.
I forgot what that's called.
So, guys, I'm losing you. Okay. So, we've got R. We know what R is. And now here's the thing, guys. The next thing that you would have to find after this, it will be that you need to find the first term. But here's the thing. These problems, I think this problem it's not gonna be as cruel as you guys think, and if it is, I'll help you guys out. But here's the thing. You guys know what the 10th term is. To find the 12th term, just multiply by R twice. Yeah, because you know what the 10th term is. To find the 12, just multiply by the common ratio twice, and that'll give you the 12th.
Then you just go back to -8?
Well, no. The common ratio, you want to multiply it to the 10th term. What's the 10th term?
What is 82?
The 10th term is 82.
Oh, you do it twice. But then eventually there's going to be like equations that are not going to like that.
There will not. That is true. But you'll be fine. You will eventually learn more things. Okay, be patient. And don't try to absorb more information.
So you just need -2 times -82 times -8.
Yep. Because -82 is the 10th term. Multiply -2 to that will be the 11th. Multiply -2 to that will be the 12th. So the 12th term is going to be...
Well, I thought you said multiply 82 twice.
Oh, no, not 82 twice. Remember, to get to the next term, we multiply the common ratio.
Oh,
Yep. So it'll be minus Monday.
oh, and the 10th term is 82.
So minus 328.
I understand, but since I was like using the machine, I don't know how you like put that in.
Okay. So number 8. Number 8, it's pretty easy. It's kind of us telling us, is it arithmetic, is it geometric? Well, let's see. From 6 to get to 24, you guys can see we have to multiply, right?
So that's geometry.
This is going to be geometric. Yeah, I know the first term of this sequence, the first term is 6. What's the common ratio?
4.
It's 4?
Why is it here? It's so hard to see.
My common ratio is 4 because, excuse me guys, because 6 times 4 is 24, then 24 times 4 is 96, and so on. Okay? So, remember, hopefully you guys remember the equation for the geometric sequences.
N is R times
Oh, no, it's a sub 1
A sub 1 times
times R,
Over n minus 1.
N minus 1.
so n minus 1. Yes, so the formula here is going to be 6
Times 4 over n minus 1.
times 4 raised to the n minus 1.
That's it. You can't do anything else.
And that's it. You can do anything else. Yeah, when you write the formula it's supposed to have a variable. In this case, my variable is n.
And if it has multiple variables, like how you did before, you're only supposed to get it to one variable, right?
Yep. All right. So this is this one. This is A. Part B. Let's see. This seems to be an arithmetic. It's 7. Am I adding 7 every time?
Yeah.
Yep. So my first term is 16, and my common difference is 7. Hopefully you guys remember the equation for the arithmetic sequences.
A sub n equals a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1.
Perfect. So, a sub n will be equals to 16 plus 7 times n minus 1.
You can simplify.
But you can simplify. Remember, you guys can always simplify this. Let me do the simplified version over here. Let me rewrite it. You got 17 plus 7 times n minus 1. So distribute the 7 to here and to here. That will give you 16 plus 7n minus 7. So this thing simplifies to 7n plus 9. Or 9 plus 7n. Whichever you get is perfectly fine. So two solutions for this one. This could be a solution. And this is the simplified solution.
I really need good data.
Alright. So, let's get ready for the last two problems. Okay? Number 9. I will actually need the equation sheet. Does somebody have it? Okay, good. Alright, so guys, excuse me. For number 9, I'm finding the sum, okay? And check. It's not the infinite sum, it's a finite sum. Okay, finite means that it has an end. Okay? This is not an infinite sum. You don't see any infinity numbers here, and you see that this sequence has a dot, but then it ends here. If it ended with dot, then it means that it goes on forever. But because the nth term is given here, it means that it's not infinite. Okay? So for number 9, the one equation that I'm going to use for number 9 is going to be this one here. For number 9, this is the equation that I'm going to use. I need the common ratio, I need the first term, and I need n. That's everything I need. So, let's find all of that. A sub 1, what's a sub 1 for the first one?
3.
It's 3. Now the common ratio, well, guys, what am I multiplying to get from 3? 1/3. Yeah, 1/3. Check. However, they just didn't simplify it. They actually made it easier for us.
Doesn't that make it more complicated?
It kind of looks more complicated, but it's actually easier. It's telling us, hey, I'm just multiplying 1/3 to 3. So R is 1/3. And N,
Wouldn't that mean that the second term is just like 1 or something like that?
yeah, the second term would be 1. Yeah, that would have been harder, maybe a little bit.
So then the third term is probably
So sequences, the geometric sequences, they can actually be getting smaller.
that's weird.
It's weird. Alright guys, N, here's N. Check this out. Check this out, okay? This is my first term, right? 3.
Yeah.
This is my second term, right?
Yeah.
This is my third term.
And that's
What do you guys think this term will be?
fourth, fifth.
It'll be the 7th.
Seventh.
Now you guys maybe why? Check the pattern. Check the pattern, okay? You see here there's no 1/3, right?
Yeah.
Then the second one it's 1/3 technically to the first. Then the third is raised to the second. Well, the fourth term will actually. Oh wait, no, you guys were actually right. It's up to the 5th term, right?
Yeah, because it multiplies by 2 every time. The exponent multiplied by 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. You guys were right. It's to the 5th. Yeah, sorry. N it's the 5th term.
Why do you doubt this?
Okay, guys, I need everyone to quiet down right now. There's some people asking questions. How is it the 5th? Again, this is the first. The second term is raised to the first. The third term is raised to the second. Okay, that means that the 5th term.
Wait, what's N? I forgot what N is.
N is up to what is the number of terms that we're adding together. Okay, this is raised to this is first, this is the second, this is the third. Okay, well, this has to be the 5th. Okay, if you're wondering why, is you have to.
Because the fourth one is to the power of 4, right?
Well,
Or no, it's not.
if you look at the third one is to the power of 2. So you're only subtracting 1. The fourth one will be to the power of 3. Oh no, yes, it's to the 7th. I was right. If you guys get confused,
I'm already confused.
I know. This one, it's kind of confusing. Okay,
So is it 5 or is it 7?
is it 5 or is it 7?
It's 7.
Guys, sometimes, listen, if you get to something like this and you kind of want to like mimic something like this, check. 3 was the first. 3 times 1/3 was the second. 3 times 1/3 to the second was the third. 3 times 1/3 to the third, this would be the fourth. 3 times 1/3 to the fourth, this would be the fifth. 3 times 1/3 to the fifth, this would be the sixth. So 3 times 1/3 to the sixth, that would be the 7th term. So you guys can do that. I promise you, I'm not gonna give you guys should not be getting a problem where this will have to happen.
I still don't get it.
And if it happens, I'll help you out.
It's weird. Because it's weird when the exponent number doesn't match.
When they don't match, right? You have to kind of like add or subtract or do something.
I was starting to follow along and I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like, so look, to the third term, the power is 1 less than the actual term. Okay, this is the second term, and look, the power is 1 less than it. What would this have to be if the power is 1 less than the term? It would have to be 7. so that the power will be 6. And that's everything. So you would now need to put everything in the equation. Guys, class is over at 102, right? We'll continue with this Monday.